Hey guys, welcome to today's video where I will be ranking all WWE PLEs from worst to best and which matches make me rank like that. And yeah, so if you think my picks are different from yours, you can just tell me down in the comments if you think I've gone wrong somewhere. Don't mind to share it down in the comments. You can always like and subscribe. Goal is hitting 1k followers, so yeah, and there will be new content coming. I know I've not been present for like 3 months or something, so I will be uploading daily every Saturday, so you don't want to miss the videos. In fact, this December we have so much video that we want to put up, so yeah, don't mind or don't leave the subscribe button like that, and also like to the video. This is my second video, so yeah, let's get started. Starting at number 12 is none other than the new PLE that they introduced this year, WrestlePalooza. Now, I know most of you would say, since we had like tag team, the mixed tag team match. No, since AJ Lee, sorry, came back, this doesn't deserve to be there. But the reason I have placed WrestlePalooza at number 12 is that it was bad. Like, the match that made me rank this was the Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. And you can't just build up a match for more than 1.5 months, then just come and say, okay, let's start with this match, maybe it will be fire. And when we started the match, it ends in 8 minutes at Cena's final year. So I don't know why they were like advertising this match, so like they were pumping it up, they were putting more adrenaline in it, that it came out to be trash. This PLE, there were some great matches though. We had the mixed tag team match, we had the Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer match, and the Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. But the mixed tag team match, I think, was the best of them all. The worst was the Brock Lesnar versus John Cena match. But I think the this other one, the number 11, is a little bit better because it's the Clash in Paris pay-per-view. So like, I know most of you won't agree with me on this, but the reason I'm saying this match first, I don't know. The fact that the cover star Roman Reigns, he was in the match with Bronson Reed and he got squashed, like absolute, like he got teared down. Some might even say dead. He was like throwing shoes to the crowd. All of a sudden, a spear, and there is where everything went wrong. But there is one match that I can say it was better, or it was the best of the night. That was John Cena versus Logan Paul. That match was really great, but the opening match, which one was Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed, that match was absolute. Nah, you don't do that to the OTC. And the fact that you've placed him as the cover star, I knew he was gonna make fantastic job. He was gonna win at least. He has never won these matches. War Games, he didn't win. Crown Jewel, he didn't win. Now Clash in Paris. So yeah, WWE, you did OTC bad. But these are now the top 10 PLEs, which I thought they were kind of better. and number 10 is the Money in the Bank PLE. Now, John Cena is the cover star for this, and obviously they were feuding with no, there was not actually feuding, but a lot of speculation were put that John Cena is gonna face CM Punk at Money in the Bank just for them to extend to Night of Champions, which is not wrong. They still had the match, but the absolute worst thing is placing John Cena in a tag team match, which I think tag team matches have reigned over Money in the Bank pay-per-views for like the past 3 years or so. Last year was the New Bloodline versus Cody, KO, and Randy Orton. The other year, yeah. So I'm like, WWE has been dominating MITB PLEs with a tag team. 2023 PLE. I'm not so sure what was the yes, I remember it now. It was the Roman Reigns versus and Solo Sikoa versus the Usos, which I mean like Money in the Bank used to be like a PLE where it was in fact the same level as WrestleMania. Now I only think there's only three PLEs that are at least the brand star of WrestleMania, which I think they are going down of recent. But we'll reach there. The match that made me place this at number 10 was the tag team match, obviously. But overall, I enjoyed especially the men's and women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I enjoyed them really much, but the rest of the matches, not so much. And it led me to my number 9, the Evolution PLE. Now, don't get me wrong, these women pulled out one heck of a show. In fact, I can say they pulled out a better show than the men will ever do. We had such great shows. I don't remember the matches, but I know this was. I watched this like twice when it was live and a repeat. So I remember this match was fantastic. I remember this PLE was fantastic. I don't know, you can correct me, but I think Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley was inside here. Yeah, yeah. And the reason I've placed in number 9 is because there's so much great PLEs, but overall this should be top 5. But to me, there's so much great PLE, and when I say so much, I mean so much that this had room for number 9. So let's head to our number 8, which was the Backlash PLE. The show that made me the match that made me put this at number 8 was none other than the Gunther Pat McAfee match. Gunther is a great athlete. In this point, he's dominating WWE. He's retired 2 legends. He has won World Heavyweight Champion, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. And for you just to go and give him an announcer as a match, that's very low. That's very low. There are great matches like the Fatal 4-Way for the US title, but the match that made me put this at number 8, oh, was the Pat McAfee and Gunther. Gunther is like becoming the next Brock Lesnar, given his age, his physique. The man is just the tallness that he has. Brock is kind of short, but this man will become the the great alpha male of our species, and you going to give him Pat McAfee in a PLE, and that's right after he has tapped at WrestleMania. So I didn't like that so much. But the match that was great of the night, kind of mid. It was the Randy Orton versus John Cena match, which was so predictable that John Cena's gonna win, given the fact he just won it from the previous PLE, and he has just started his heel run. We knew he was gonna win, so there was no shock. This was kind of meh, so I just placed it at number 8. Let's look at our number 7, which is the Royal Rumble match. So don't get me wrong, this PLE had great matches, and when I say great, I mean great matches, such as the 30-man Royal Rumble match. That match was fantastic, given that it was the last Rumble match for John Cena, and then you go ahead and give Jey Uso the win, which was not that bad. I enjoyed it since he was going to WrestleMania, he was going to win his first world title. So yeah, but the match that made me say, nah, this deserves number 7. It was the DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns 2 out of 3 falls match. 2 out of 3s are meant to be special. There's some great 2 out of 3 matches that happened in the past that they were great, that made that name or that type of match absolutely fantastic. But now, if you watch the DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns, it's just like an ordinary tag team match. So I was like, what? What was the point of putting the speculation if you're just gonna make it as a normal tag team match? So yeah, I never saw the point at that. Why do that? In fact, why? And what I was waiting, and I'm sure everybody was waiting, is the last when the pins are tied and who is gonna get the last pin, just for the Street Profits to come and interfere, cost the Motor City Machine Guns the title, DIY retaining, and then Street Profits attack them. So I never saw the point in that. But this show had some great matches, like the ladder match between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. That was a great match. In fact, that is top 5 match of 2025. I'll do a video on the top 10 matches or the top 20 or whatever matches of 2025. But for now, let's go to our number 6, which is the Night of Champions. Oh boy. The reason I placed this here was because of the Queen's final. Yeah, the Queen's. Queen in the the is it the Queen in the of the Ring? The Queen of the Ring finals between Asuka and Jade Cargill. Now, you have two absolute best, and when I say best, I mean best women of their roster in a match, just like to get Asuka like squashed. She did fight, but it looked like from the start of the match, it just looked like Jade Cargill's gonna win this thing, given the fact that the fans were not that giving that adrenaline, given that the whole place was like bleak. I never saw the point at that. But the match that made this at least be top 6 or top 10 was the John Cena and CM Punk match. That was one great match, given the fact that the cash-in attempt, all that shit, it was great. There were some other matches in this which were also great, like the Cody Rhodes and I think Gunther. Yeah, it was Gunther. Cody Rhodes and Gunther match for the King of the Ring final. That was a great match. You know what I'm saying? That was a great match. But the match that made this number six was Asuka and Jade Cargill. No offense to the women, let's head to our top five, giving the top five being the men's, or not the men's, sorry, but the Survivor Series War Games. Now, this PLE had two War Games match which were highly anticipated. Then, like, two title matches. At first, I knew, wow, what a PLE this is gonna be. Just to come and give me a Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki Bella trash match. I mean, what was that match? It was so boring that I had first to stop watching it, then go back for the. In fact, that was the match leading to the men's War Games. This War Games was very anticipated. People were waiting. It was Brock's first one War Games match. It was Logan Paul's first War Games match. We were anticipating. I was anticipating for that. The women's War Games was a light level, was very unique. I loved it. I loved both the War Games. I know people won't agree with me on that. Some people are saying that the men's War Games was one of the worst matches, but I really loved it. I really loved the build up. I really loved the outcome. Although I was supporting the team faces, but I really loved how it just went and went and went on. Although I was waiting for all 10 members to be in the ring. And the crazy fact is the John Cena's final PLE didn't even it wasn't the one that made the ticket sale. It was the War Games match. I knew people were coming to see John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio, and I couldn't predict that match. It was Dominic's hometown. I knew they can't boo him. It was John Cena's final PLE, sorry. It was John Cena's final PLE, meaning that he could win or he could lose, given the fact that he's heading to Saturday night's main event. He could, if he could have won his final match, he could have retired with the Intercontinental Championship. If he could have won in Survivor Series, but they made a great match out of the John Cena versus Dominic, bringing in attacks like from the Judgment Day, the return of Liv Morgan. Everything was absolutely fantastic. But Nikki Bell, yeah, that was one of my worst matches of this PLE. I mean, that match, I never watched it for that long. I just went back when the men's War Games began. I never watched that match. At least they could have placed it right after the women's War Games. Then the Dominic match leading to the men's War Games, but nah, they didn't do that. They just did what WWE do best, and that's for another video. Let's go to our top four, which is the WrestleMania PLE. Now I know some of you are wondering, has he lost his mind? Why placed the biggest PLE of the year at number four? Because it sucked. First of all, the Royal Rumble. It clearly stated, if you read the blue thing that was there down, it stated, the one that gave analysis, facts, and all that shit, it stated that the winners of the Royal Rumble will go on to main event WrestleMania. Jey Uso was a winner of the Royal Rumble. He opened WrestleMania. That's not main eventing. He opened. He was an opener at WrestleMania Saturday. Charlotte Flair the same at the WrestleMania. And those were two matches that I think were the worst. In fact, they're the ones that placed WrestleMania number 4. We had some great matches in this. We had the triple threat main event between Seth, Roman, and CM Punk. That was a great match. We had the Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Io Sky match, one of the best matches of 2025. Then you come and give me a match like Randy Orton and Joe Henry. Given the fact this is 20th WrestleMania, like what are we doing? This is what I'm saying. You're pulling one of the top PLEs to become like just a mere PLE, like Backlash. Don't, no offense, but Backlash has become a mere PLE nowadays, given the fact that it doesn't have that great matches that it used to have. Look at Backlash 2016, 2017. Those were the elite. Those were the top backlashes. But now WrestleMania, you look at WrestleMania 33, one of the greatest WrestleManias, I think. You look at WrestleMania 40, and then you come to 41. Look at WrestleMania 30. How it ended, how it began, the middle shows. It was absolutely fantastic. If I could be ranking a match of the 20th or from 2020s, WrestleMania could be dominating and number one. But this year's WrestleMania, let's head tonight to where it was John Cena's final WrestleMania. A record, read my lips, record breaking WrestleMania. This is where John Cena became a 17-time world champion. Just as he was going, as I knew I was last hopes for Cody Rhodes, because I was supporting him. I won't lie to you, I was supporting Cody Rhodes. And I saw John Cena is winning this. Not even with the title shot, not even with the kick in the nuts, just the normal match, how it went. Then you hear the Fiend. Like, what was that? I know, like, you want to create a name for him. I was expecting If You Smell kind of theme song. That we could be actually fire. But instead I got a Travis Scott who like just went, pulled out a referee, ate a crossroads. End of story. Kick in the nuts, title shot, then the pin. What was that? These are the matches that are going to put WrestleMania the same level. Read my lips, the same level as Backlash. And not just the past Backlash, but the modern Backlash. Starting from 2022 Backlash. I never liked Backlash from 2022, how the booking was. At least 2022. 2023, not so much. Involvement of celebrities in the company. What was that? Bad Bunny had a great show. But he like main evented the match. In fact, he put some superstars on notice. Like he's the I knew after that, oh, Bad Bunny is coming to WWE. But what did he get? Did we what did we get? A whole like year now, 2 or 3 years without Bad Bad Bunny, sorry. So yeah, WrestleMania this year wasn't that fantastic. I could speak much more of this WrestleMania, but overall, it had some great matches, but the worst matches dominated in it. Like, look at the Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair match. Now, I don't know if they were really hating each other or they were just feuding for feuding. I don't know. The hate sounded real, given the fact that they went over the scripts in a promo. I don't know. But let's head to our top three. And at our number three, oh boy, I loved this PLE. It was the Crown Jewel PLE. Oh my god, does Australia know how to put one heck of a show? Let's head straight to John Cena versus AJ Styles. I mean, that was the best matches of the year. One of the best matches of the year was John Cena and AJ Styles. Yes, I've said it. We had matches like Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, although I was rooting for Cody, he lost. No problem. Stephanie Vaquer versus Stephanie Stratton. Oh my god. But the match that hasn't placed this at number 2 or 1. Don't get me wrong, this match was absolutely great. Again, it was the Roman versus Bronson Reed. There was no need for the interference. The match was just going great. I don't know why interfere, although it may have some setbacks, but the match was going great. All in all, this was my top, and when I mean top, top PLEs of this year. Crown Jewel was one of the best. This is like one of the best Crown Jewels ever in history. I don't know, maybe it's because most Crown Jewels are hosted in Saudi Arabia. That's when we don't see the value in them. But now they headed to Australia. The matches were absolutely fantastic. The PLE itself was such a glory and a grace. Wow, I loved watching this PLE. This is the type of PLE that is worth spending your money on. And let's head to our number 2, the Elimination Chamber PLE. Now we can all agree why I've placed this there. Let's start with the first highlight of the show, John Cena turning heel. Greatest, one of the greatest heel turn in history for me. Then we head to the unsanctioned match between KO and Sami Zayn with such, oh my god, that was a great match. Weapons that were never seen before. We are the men's elimination chamber, but I never quite put it or placed this number 1 because of the tag match between Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax. Was it Candice LeRae? I think it was her. That match I never really enjoyed it, that match. So I placed this number 2 because it had some of the greatest match: the women's elimination chamber, the men's elimination chamber, the unsanctioned match, the heel turn. Oh my god, that was one fantastic night to be a WWE fan. But at number 1, we can all agree on it, we can all disagree on it, but I loved this PLE. That is the SummerSlam, the first ever 2-night SummerSlam. Where do we even start from? Like the greatest street fight in WWE history between John Cena and Cody Rhodes, or the fact that they cash in on CM Punk after 2 GTS. Oh my god, that was one great match. But of course, there's some down factors. I feel like this year WWE has like not really favor Roman Reigns. It's like putting up matches like he's an opener. Like Why do that from a main event? 4 years as a WWE champion, dominating WWE, given the spotlights in every PLE, and then just to come and become an opener. I was disappointed in that. At least you could have given me a mid card, but you gave him the opener, which I never liked it, but it was okay. We had great matches here, like Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton. CM Punk versus Gunther. That was one hell of a match. One hell of a match. That was a great match. One of the greatest, in fact. Oh my god. But it can't be greater than the John Cena versus here. There's a lot of matches which I have forgotten to put to like mention them, but there's so much great matches here. So yeah, this is my number one PLE. Some of you might agree, but SummerSlam was my best PLE. That brings this video to an end, unfortunately, but there will still be some great videos with the best top I'm gonna do top 10 best matches of 2025. This is my opinion. Sorry, this is what I think were the greatest 2025 best matches. That video will be coming up, I think, this Saturday or on Monday. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, anything. Don't mind the background noises. I'm in a really populated area, so yeah, don't mind the background noises. All in all, thank you for watching the video. Till we meet next time. Goodbye.